Welcome to the BBA 2132 Audit and Assurance Corporate Governance. After completing this lecture, you should be able to define the term corporate governance and its importance. Explain the code of best practices on the corporate governance. List out the duties and responsibilities of audit committee in accordance with the code of best practice on corporate governance 2017. Corporate governance is a system by which companies are detected and controlled. Um, that it is important because owners of a company and people of who manage the company are not always the same. Uh, Therefore, this corporate governance about promoting corporate fairness, transparency, and accountability. This corporate governance promote three things. One is corporate fairness, transparency, and accountability. This is a structure which specifies the distribution of rights and responsibility among different participation in the corporation, such as board, managers, shareholders, and other stakeholders, which spells out the rules and procedure for making decision on corporate affairs. Board and guidance of the corporate governance. Corporate governance guidance in Sri Lanka is provided in the Code of Best Practice on Corporate Governance 2017, issued jointly Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka and CA Sri Lanka. The first title, Code of Best Practice on matters related to financial aspect of corporate governance, was issued in 1997. Thereafter, in 2003, 2008, and 2013, other codes were revised through the consultative process. Board of Directors. Sri Lanka Code of Best Practice on Corporate Governance 2017 suggests that every public company should be headed by an effective board which should direct, lead, control of the company. The Board of Directors should direct, lead, and control of the company. Board meetings should be held at least once in every quarter of a financial year in order to effectively execute the board responsibilities, while providing information to the board on a structured and regular basis, ideally monthly, or as agreed by the board. In performing its role, the board should be responsible for matters including the following matters should be considered of the board: ensuring formulation and implementation of a sound business strategy, appointing the chair and the senior independent director if relevant. ZU and management team possess the state skills. There are some skills needed. Possess the skills, experience, and knowledge of implement the strategy. Ensuring the adaptations of an effective CEO and key management personnel success and strategy. Approving budgets and major capital expenditure, and determining the matters expressly reserved to the board and those delegated to the management, including limits of authority and financial delegations. Ensuring effective systems to secure integrity of information, internal controls, business continuity, and risk management, in line with complying with the law, regulation, and ethical standards. And stakeholders' interests are considered in the corporate decisions. And finally, there are some integrated reporting. They will focus, recognize sustainable business development, then companies' value standards, and process of monitoring and evaluation of progress on strategy implementation, budget plans, and related risk, and establish corporate reporting on annual and quarterly basis, and fulfilling the board function as it are given scale, nature, and complexity of the business concern. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, CEO. There are two key tasks at the top of every public company: conducting of the business of the board and facilitating executive responsibility for management of a company business. The chairman roles, uh, the chairman roles in preserving good corporate governance is crucial. As a person responsible for running the board, the chairman should preserve order and facilitate the effective discharge of board functions. The agenda for board meeting is developed in consultation with CEO, directors and the company secretary, taking into consideration matters related to strategy, performance, resource allocation, risk management and compliance. Sufficiently detailed information of matters included in the agenda should be provided to directors in a timely manner. All directors are made aware of their duties and responsibility and the board and the committee success through which it will operate in discharging its responsibility. All directors are encouraged to make an effective contribution within their respective capabilities for the benefit of the company. The board balance. The board should include non-executive directors of sufficient caliber and number for their views to carry significant weight in the board decisions. The board should include at least 3 non-executive directors or such number of non-executive directors equivalent to the 1/3 of total number of directors, which is higher. Audit committee. The audit committee play a significant role in corporate governance. The key role of audit committee is to assist the board of directors in overseeing corporate reporting policy. The Code of Best Practice on Corporate Governance 2017 suggests that the board should establish formal and transparent arrangements for considering how they should select and apply accounting policies for financial reporting, determine the structure and content of corporate reporting, implement internal control and risk management principles, and for maintaining an appropriate relationship with the company's auditors. The board should establish an audit committee exclusive of non-executive directors with a minimum of 3 non-executive directors, of whom at least 2 should be independent. If there are more non-executive directors, the majority should be independent. There are duties and responsibility of audit committee. Making recommendation to the board pertaining to appointment, reappointment and removal of external auditors, and to approve the remuneration and terms of engagement of external auditors. To review and monitor the external auditors' independence and objectivity and the effectiveness of the audit process, taking into considerations relevant Sri Lankan professional and regulatory requirements. Discussion of the audit plan, key audit issues, the solutions and management responses. Review the company's annual audited financial statements and quarterly financial statement with management and auditor to ensure compliance with the Sri Lankan accounting standard and other relevant law and regulations. That's all. Thank you.